Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 0350, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT. And I'm reading your integrated writing practice test that you completed online at my website. So, I feel pretty good about this. I think you're in very good shape here. Your word count is around 268 words. That's perfect. So let's take a look at it. So you say, the reading passage argues that fast food restaurants have 3 negative aspects. Well, if you just do this, maybe say something like that, and you got a little bit more concise sentence there. So I have 3 negative societal, maybe make an adjective here, societal effects: obesity, an unhealthy society, and gluttony. But in the lecture, probably don't have to say all that, just say, however, the speaker holds a different view. I wouldn't use we here. That fast food restaurants, make it a little more formal, should not be blamed for those negative results. So that's going to make it a little bit more formal there. You say, first, the passage says that the food in fast food restaurants is with hundreds of calories, so that people many calories, so that people will be, if you want to use the be verb, then you need to use the adjective, not the noun, which will, so that people will be obese. However, the lecture points, usually say out, points out that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle and maybe say by people's consuming more calories than they need in a day. That's going to be more parallel than what you wrote. Say also the reading passage has a misconception between fast food restaurants and the lacking of responsibility for the obesity. You should probably also point out that the speaker is saying this, right? But you're having a little bit of trouble trying to figure this point out. So let's go to the lecture here. Of course, not responding, right? Okay, let's go back. We'll come back to that. Let's see. Secondly, the passage claims that fast food contributes to an unhealthy society, since the options for fast food are limited and fast food advertisements lead to unhealthy food becoming popular. Because you already have a verb here, you cannot use a second verb here. So let's turn this into a gerund. So they lead to unhealthy food becoming more popular. Yeah, I think I'm going to have, give me a second here. This is just how it works, isn't it? Okay, good, we got it. Now I want to go back to the lecture. Right here. And I just need to check the second idea here. Let's go back to what you wrote. Well, the problem I was having was this. You say that the passage says that the food in fast food restaurants contains many calories so that people will be obese. However, the lecture points out that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle and by people's consuming more calories than they need in a day. And let's use this word. And by consumers consuming more calories than they need in a day there. Also, the reading passage has a misconception. Yeah, I don't think it talks about that in that first point in the lecture, but let's see what we have here. So we got, it doesn't really say anything about a misconception. It's simply saying that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle along with consuming more calories than are needed, right? So I'm not sure that you have exactly what is being said in the lecture there. So let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of this sentence altogether here. Okay, I'm going to make one more change here. What if you said this? I think that's going to tie in a little bit better. You could say thereby or therefore, or hence, thereby causing people to be obese. However, the lecture points out that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle and by consumers consuming more calories than they need in a day. Secondly, the passage claims that fast food contributes to an unhealthy society since the options for fast food are limited, and fast food advertisements lead to unhealthy food becoming more popular. The lecture refutes the idea completely. Although fast food restaurants mainly serve fast food, these establishments now have more options for their customers. For example, apples. And food for children, that's not very specific, right? So let's go to the lecture for just a minute. So the lecture says, they have options like apples, fruit for kids, and more salad options, right? That's what you need to say there. So you couldn't quite say that. So you should probably say apples or fruit for kids, and then more salad options. Apples and fruit. Maybe say it like this. You probably got a little bit confused on that word fruit. For example, apples and fruit for children, and more salad options. That's pretty good. Thirdly, the passage suggests that fast food restaurants lead to gluttony. I want to use a noun here, because consumers in fast food restaurants have unlimited free sweetened drinks. The lecture argues against the passage. You might want to say, on the other hand. You probably need to be a little more concise here. If you say on the other hand, we already know it's against it. That gluttony can be maybe avoided. You might put, gluttony can be avoided simply by not eating and drinking large amounts of food in fast food chains. People can still enjoy fast food, but you can probably use a pronoun the second time you refer to it, but they do not have to consume such large amounts. In addition, people must control fast food consumption and think about their own choices and how they contribute to, and use a synonym here. How about over consumption? All right, so I think we have, I've edited it now. Let's spell check it one more time. Okay, let's look at it one more time. So the reading passage argues that fast food restaurants have three negative societal effects: obesity, an unhealthy society, and gluttony. However, the speaker holds a different view that fast food restaurants should not be blamed for those negative results. Yeah, firstly, the passage says that the food in fast food restaurants contains many calories, thereby causing people to be obese. However, the lecture points out that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle and by consumers. Probably don't need this apostrophe here, by consumers consuming more calories than they need in a day. Secondly, the passage claims that fast food contributes to an unhealthy society since the options for fast food are limited, and fast food advertisements lead to unhealthy food becoming more popular. The lecture refutes the idea completely. Although fast food restaurants mainly serve fast food, these establishments now have more options for their customers. For example, apples and fruit for children, and more salad options. Moreover, in some states and cities, the calories of each item are listed on the menu and the consumers are more informed. Thirdly, the passage suggests that fast food restaurants lead to gluttony because consumers in fast food restaurants have unlimited free sweetened drinks. The lecture, on the other hand, argues that gluttony can be avoided simply by not eating and drinking large amounts of food in fast food chains. People can still enjoy fast food, but they do not have to consume such large amounts. In addition, people must control fast food consumption and think about their own choices and how they contribute to overconsumption. Okay, I'm going to put here, just to make sure we know the speaker is saying this. In addition, people must control fast food consumption, according to the speaker, and think about their own choices and how they contribute to overconsumption. So we got it. Now let's take a look at your score here. So I made some changes, right? I went and did some editing. I straightened out a few things. So I think your paper fits in the 3 range. Let me get a pen here too. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So I'm going to put you right now at about, I think you made the connections that you need, but you had some language issues, so I'm going to put you at 3.50 out of 5, 22 points out of 30 on this practice test. Now, for the purposes of our class, if you go to page 9 in the syllabus, a 3.5 is going to put you at 82% on this assignment.